the intro about our speaker so that we can start the day. I'm so excited. I'm really, really excited about today's session. So, yes. Listening.
Introducing Moyoluwa Fakeye, a growth strategist passionate about helping people and communities thrive. She's all about personal branding and career growth. Build confidence and seize opportunities. He wrote My Personal Branding Playbook, a guide that helps you figure out your path, show up with purpose, and stand out. Moyu's impact cuts across powerful communities like Premier BN, Ace Business Club, LinkedIn Booster Academy, and the Intimacy Masters Wife Stars community, where she connects people and drives real value-driven engagement. Through her webinars, live events, and YouTube, she breaks down personal branding, tech skills, and career growth into practical, actionable steps. And this September, she'll be speaking at the WealthUp Summit by your personal finance girl, sharing the tools you need to grow, shine, and win.
Wow. Can we welcome with a round of, if we were physical, we would have done like a standing ovation, right? But please, can we welcome our speaker for today? She has been here all the while, even before it was time, she was here. So this is to show you that you are going to eat very good. Welcome, 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 welcome. Okay. Yes. So welcome. We're ready to have you, Moyoluwa. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation. We're super, super honored to have you because your caliber, we can't find you just anyhow. But yes. So I'm waiting for her to come on. But before she comes on, I want to ask a question, a very important question to me. Are you hoping to take away anything from today's session? What are you looking out for? What are you looking forward to for today's session? Let me know. I'm checking the chat now. No, I want to know, Comfort, not just yes. Okay, she's here with us now. So I don't want to take any much of her time anymore. Okay. Hello, ma'am. Welcome.
Hi, can you hear me now and can you see me?
Yes.
Okay, I saw the call just went in there, like it got interrupted. I wasn't sure if I was the one or from your end. I'm so excited.
Okay.
All right. I'm so excited to be here. I mean, I've been loving the energy. The fact that some people are winning stocks, or more people are rich. Oh. Hey, that's how you guys are just winning stocks like that. I'm going to join. I don't know why you have not signed me up to the community. I need like 10 stocks. Hi, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning from wherever you have joined from. Hi, hi, hi. I love the energy already. Amazing. Toby says, now, Grace, amazing. Thank you so much, your personal finance girl, for this opportunity. I'm really, really grateful for it, and I do not take it for granted. I mean, you already know I live and breathe personal branding. It's one of the things that really gives me joy when people maximize, social media to preach their own message and then to get opportunities, because why not? You have nothing to lose if you don't get it, but you have a lot of things to lose you have nothing to lose if you put yourself out there, but you have a lot of things to lose actually if you don't, right? And let me just quickly share something with you guys. I mean, you guys are the first people to hear about this, right? I mean, as you were playing the games, I saw it pop up on Instagram, and guess what? It was another speaking engagement that is up later in, was it October or November, right? I just saw it and I was like, wow, look at this. Like, why am I saying it now that I want to talk about personal branding, right? And that's just one of the byproducts of what personal branding can do to you And then I'm saying speaking engagement, you guys should not think, oh, it's just free. No, man. You know when you're talking about what you enjoy doing and then you're getting paid for it. Anyways, let's get started. Please let me know if you're still here with me. You're still here with me. Hi, hi, hi. I have a slide to share. Amazing, Mary. Mary, I really love your energy, and I'm glad I did not deny you of your gifts for the second time. Amazing, amazing. Hi, everyone. So we are just going to get straight into it, and so that we can maximize our time. I want you guys to please pay attention, and then if you have questions, please don't hesitate to ask your questions. Don't hesitate to ask your questions, please. Ask as much as you want to ask. I believe you can see my screen already. Yes or yes? Anybody? Anybody?
Yes.
Amazing. Thank you so much. So we are going to be talking about how to, maximize social, because that's really what personal branding is more about. We can't talk about personal branding and not talk solely about, social media, right? So this is how I like to define personal branding: maximizing social media for your career and business growth. I want to believe that not everybody here is a career professional. Some of us might have businesses, right? And that is why we are taking it together, right? So let's just get straight into it. We want to start with a very, very interesting icebreaker, right? And I want you guys to respond to it. So if someone Googles your name right now, like what comes up? If you have your phone and you're not too busy, try Googling your name and let me see that. Let me know if you are proud of the results you are getting. Just Google your name, write your name on Google, and let's see what results are you getting. Is this something you'd love to? Don't worry, leave the remaining part of the slides. Just let me know what your response is. Are you really excited about the results you're getting? Has anybody done it? Anybody? Let's move quickly. I like to keep to time, so I don't want us to take too much of our time. Anybody? You see your school, amazing. This is interesting. The fact that you're seeing your school and your pictures. Oh, okay, is it like you have the school? Is it your school, like you own the school, or like when you were in university or something? I want to understand, Bukola. Is it like you own? Okay, Mary, you're excited to an extent. Somebody says not excited at all. Okay, let's know. I mean, if you use maybe first name, second name a lot, you are a student and you are seeing your name on the website. Amazing. I feel like you are the ambassador of the school. That's nice. But let me know, is that something you want to be attached to you? Is that, Bukola, is that really exciting to you? Amazing. You're seeing your name, but not you. Nice one. You're seeing your namesake, not you. So where are you on the internet? Nowhere to be found. Wow. All right. So, your LinkedIn amazing. I love that. Your LinkedIn profile popped up, right? And then when it's popping up, the things coming up there, are they things that you really want to be known, like you want to be known for? Let us clarify that. You see your secondary school. Nice one. I see so many school ambassadors here. Maybe it's a sign. You brought out all your social media accounts. Amazing. Now, why I'm saying we should do this is not just about bringing out your profile or something, like the narrative. You know how Google would give a short description? Is it that description, is it something that you'd like? Do you guys get what I mean? Then those that their profiles do not pop up and all those things, just take note of all of this. All right, let's move it. Okay, now, why is it important that we have this conversation, right? The number one reason is that the job market is crowded and this world is really noisy. Honestly, there's a lot of noise everywhere in the world, right? And for you to be singled out of that noise, definitely we need to have this conversation of how, right? How can you do it? All right, another reason is because recruiters spend 6 to 7 seconds on a CV, right? And customers make their buying decision in just 3 to 5 seconds of scrolling. Now, the question is, if somebody is not taking too much time on your profile or on social media about you, are you able to convince them in 1 minute, in 2 minutes that take me, pick me? If you get what I mean. So those of you that your profiles popped up, even though all of your profiles popped up, does it speak the message of who you want to be? I hope you guys are really following and you get it. I'm going to give you an example of this. I like to, give examples and context to whatever I'm saying. I recently did an interview, right? And I got a feedback from the company. So not like I wanted to leave where I was working, right? But sometimes I just like to interview to see, what I need to work on and all of those things. So I did that interview with a very, very reputable company. And I mean, it was, if they had met up with one of my requirements, I might have gone, right? But here is what I want to say. Now, I had a meeting with the ED, right? That was the final interview. And they called me, they gave me the job, right? They added even to like what I had applied for. And I said, no, I don't want. I want something else. Now, as we were trying to walk around something else, at some point, I felt like, oh, I'm not doing it. It's okay. Are you guys still following me? Now, something now happened. Interestingly, the HR called me and made a statement. And that statement has stayed with me for like the over 1 month that this has happened. The HR said, Moyin, please, we really want you on the team because our ED went to check you out on social media and she says she's over impressed and we must have you on the team. Now, I'm quoting her word for word because when she said it, I was like, can you come again? And she repeated the same thing. And I was like, really? Now, that is a very interesting and impressive remark because it means that the ED of this Pan-African company checked me out on socials and was really impressed. Like, wow. Now, long and short, they kept on calling me for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but I said, no, I'm not interested because I was not ready for a fully on-site job. Now, why am I sharing these stories? Because what if they had checked me online and I was in desperate need for a job and what they found online is not making sense? Do you know that I would have lost that opportunity? Right? And that is to let you know that social media is like your biggest stage right now. And it can either do two things, either position you for opportunities, or you will use social media to keep yourself invisible. And what you will just be doing is to be liking other people's posts, celebrating other people, and just, be laughing at their content, be writing impressive, good, nice one, fire, fire. And you are not doing anything, right? Now, I like this very, very good quote by Jeff Bezos. It says that your brand is what people say about you when you are not in the room. And that means that some of us have something we call assumed brands. Now, whether you are posting or not, everybody has a brand, right? Everybody has it. Now, if I reach out to, someone close to you or someone like, what can you tell me about Mary? What can you tell me about Bukola? They would definitely have something to say. But the question is, what they are saying, is this something that you want to be known for? Are they saying the right message about you? Because the truth is, if you don't give people a definition of you, they will actually define you for yourself. If you understand what I mean. So if you don't give the right message, if you don't position yourself aright, people will definitely coin something and spread that about you. So let me ask us a quick question in 3 words. And I want you guys to respond in the chat. In 3 words, I want you to, when you think of the following people I want to mention their names, in 3 words, let me know what comes to your mind about them. Let me use the examples you guys used, during the games. Number 1, Hilda Bassi. What 3 things come to your mind about Hilda Bassi when you hear her name? Just in three words, what comes to mind? Another person is Lai Wasabi. What comes to mind? 3 things. Actually, list 3 things, right? The third person. Let's go to another sector. Inyoluwa Boyeji, if you know him. What comes to mind when you hear Inya Boyeji? Or when you hear Paystack, or when you hear your personal finance girl, what comes to mind with all these people? What comes to mind? Now, do you guys know that? Okay, let me ask you again. All of these people I mentioned, have you met them personally? Like, do you have a one-on-one relationship with them? Let me know. Do you have a one-on-one relationship with all of these people? No. But how did you get to know all of these about them? The question, or the answer rather, is how they have positioned themselves in your face over time. Like, mark that over time, because it is very important. We're going to get there. So let's move. What personal branding really is, it is not a logo. It is not just, influencers. It is not just, aesthetics and all of these things, right? Number one thing is, it is how people perceive you, right? It means that over time, these people have given you a picture of themselves. Thank you. Hilda Bassi and Guinness World Record. Can you believe that? I think it was this week that just finished. I was arguing with two people, right? My husband and his friend. And I was saying that Hilda Bassi was the one that made Guinness World Record become a brand name, like a tag name in this Nigeria, and everybody wants to break a record, everybody wants to do something. And they were like, oh no, it has been before Hilda Bassi did her own. And I said, fine, I know it has been, but people were not really crazy about breaking records until when this lady did it. Right? And even, I don't know if you saw the video she posted where Guinness World Record said it. And they were like, this record that she has done, I'm not sure anybody has, broken this particular one. And I was like, this is a lady that has, now what is she imprinting on our heart? Like, your dreams are valid. You can chase it. You can do this. You can do. And she was saying it in that video. And I was like, Omo, will I not go and look for a record to break? Do you understand? That is how she has branded herself before us, and we now perceive her as that solid lady. Do you guys understand? Now, another thing about personal brand is how people experience you when they interact with your work, with your content, with your presence, right? And the feeling your name evokes, and that is what we are saying. And that is it. When you think Hilda Bassi, you are like, oh, more this girl, her brain, this one, that one, When you think personal finance, you are like, someone is teaching finance, this simple way, and she's even gifting stocks. Even me, I'm sure. Right? Do you guys understand what I'm saying? So even though you don't have a personal relationship with Layi Wasabi, you know that Layi is a lawyer, like normally is a lawyer, right? And then you know that Layi is a comedian, right? And then you know that one of Layi's favorite quotes is, how much you go pay lawyer now? Right? It's not because I've shot his video for him or have stayed in the same house with him, right? But because over time, he keeps doing this. Mr. Richards, GNCC, all these things have registered in your mind because over time, these people have put themselves in that way, right? And we have come to realize that, oh, this is who they are. Right? Please let me know you guys are still following. Now, I've given these examples, right? Chimamanda, yeah, when you think about her, you think storytelling. We were reviewing her most recent book, and the way she infused different things into that story, even though I didn't read it, like personally, I was like, oh, this lady, right? Career branding and business branding. What are the core differences? For career branding, some of the things you are looking out for when you are branding yourself as a career professional is you want to attract jobs, you want to attract promotions, you want to get recognition, you want to get speaking engagements, invites and all of these things, awards, things like that. Recently, I think late last month, I was having a conversation with my boss, and then my boss just said, oh, do you know that, so we're talking about something, and he was like, do you know that this thing, you can create content about it? Now I'm saying my boss, like the place that I work, my boss was telling me that I should go and create content about this thing. Right? That's to let you know that even not just my audience, like not just any person, but even your own people, your colleagues, your boss, people like that can see what you are doing and be impressed. I recall there was a meeting we were having sometimes, and one of my colleagues was having a challenge, in the meeting. She was giving a report that, oh, they've not done this, they can't do it, she doesn't know how to go about it. And my boss was like, go and meet Moina. Moina is growth something. I'm sure she can figure it out. She's a social media one. And we're all laughing like, or more. But that's to let you know that even though I work as a community manager, my boss knows me for what I talk about. He knows me for what I do. All my colleagues, right? And if you ask them people, what is Moyi known for, they can tell you this, right? Because over time, these are the things that I have, done and has paved way for me over and over and over again. And the good news is that you guys can do it too, and it's not hard. Okay, let's move faster. Business branding, building trust, winning clients, driving sales, creating communities like the one that you guys are in. If your personal finance girl has not taken it upon herself to build a profitable brand, you guys will not be here. Like, I will not be here, right? Nobody would know about her. She's not going to get you guys as clients. She's not going to be celebrating anniversaries, right? We are not going to be talking. But because she has like made that decision to do this, and that is why, a lot of lives have been transformed, right? I'm going to give you guys an example. I got your personal finance girls book recently, right? And even though I have done some investments, some yada yada, I understand how this whole money thing works to an extent. I'm not a finance person. But after I got a book, like the book was so simplified, detailed. And I was telling one of my friends I was having issues with investors. I said, see, go and buy this book. The book is just too simple. Because how can somebody break things down like this? Now, she doesn't need to pay me to be a marketer. But because I have gotten her product and the way she consistently, pushes it in our face and all of those things, I have become an unpaid marketer of her brand. If you get what I mean. And these are the byproducts, again, of personal and business branding, right? All right, so these are the core elements of personal of branding. When you guys are thinking, oh, how do I even start? What do I even do? How will I go about it? These are the 5 core elements, and I want you to take note of it. The first question you need to ask yourself is why? And let me tell you the reason. If you don't have a why, or if you don't understand your why, right, you are going to get burnout at some point. You are going to feel tired at some point. In fact, at some point, you question your decision, like, who sent me a message? Especially when you have to create content. If you are the person that wants to be putting your face on camera, right? You ask yourself, like, who sent me a message? Now, the reason your why needs to be defined, like you need to write it out. Actually, I have mine written out, right? This is my own personal branding, like book. Everything here, this book must not be stolen. I guide it to my entire life, right? Because this book has a lot of my whys, a lot of things about me and my brand, right? Because on days when I get tired, on days when I feel like, what's the point of this? Or let me just, go on a break for some months. I open it again and I'm like, oh, this why has not yet been achieved. Let's keep pushing. You guys understand? So you need to write it out. What's your motivation? Is it like you're looking for a job? Is it that you want to get more clients? Is it that you want so and so? Whatever it is, it can be as simple as you want to become a celebrity. I saw a lady recently. She posted that she wants to become a public figure, and that's fine. That's her why, right? So it will not be time for her to create content and she'll say, "Well, I'm not doing it again." You won't be a public figure again. So that's the reason. Now, the next one is what. Now, this what is really, really important because this is like the backbone of personal branding. What do you want to be known for? What do you want to be perceived as? Like when your name is mentioned, what do you want to come to the mind of people? What's your message? What's your focus? What's your solution? Right? And I've given an example. What's your focus? Like what do you want to come to people's mind? I like to put it at top 3. Right? So that you are not caging yourself under a niche. They say, oh, you must have a niche, or you must have a niche. Not just, having one particular niche. There is more to you, right? So what things are you known for? For example, your personal finance girl, we know she's a finance instructor. But again, we know she's a marketing professional, right? So she's not just being caged to, let me just talk about finance. Let me just talk about finance. On some days, she's giving us marketing strategies. Right? So this is why it's important. What are your words? What are the things that stand out to you? What are the things you enjoy talking about? What are the things that you are knowledgeable about? Right? These are the things that, you need to put into consideration. Now, who is very important. When you know your words, you know who needs it. Right? So who are your audience? You have to be very specific. Don't just say, Gen Zs, excuse you. You cannot just say your audience are Gen Z. There are different categories of Gen Zs, right? There are some Gen Zs that are married. There are some Gen Zs that are already working. There are some Gen Zs that are, of the lower age cadence. There are some Gen Zs that are not Gen Zs but call themselves Gen Zs. Do you understand? I'm just using that as an example. Be specific, right? You need to be very, very specific. You need to be very, 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 very specific. So it's important that you guys, write this down. Don't just hear it and just say, oh, I'm going to do it. Another one is where this is where a lot of people make mistake. And in the next slide, I'm going to focus, not the next slide, but there's a slide that has an action point where you guys are going to really understand this. Don't just say you want to start personal branding and then suddenly you open all social media platforms at once and you start trying to, cut yourself thin everywhere. You will easily burn out and get tired. Right. So what I advise is just look for 1 or 2 platforms that you can start with and then start. Right. There's something that there's a framework I use. Let me quickly see that. It's still far off, but we're going to get there anyway. But where is your location? Where can you find your audience? Since you have identified your who, right? So where can you find them? Do you understand? So this is very, very important. And then once you start and then you understand how it goes, you can now keep expanding to other platforms, right? For example, I have a Twitter account, but I'm not sure I've posted this since I created it, right? Another one is TikTok. So TikTok is just the day I remember I go and post there because it is not my primary platform. It is not my extreme focus. The reason I created it there is because I want to have a home there, right? Such that if people search there, I'm not absent. I am there, but that is not my primary home, if you get what I mean. But you can go on LinkedIn and find me there solidly. You can go on Instagram, find me there solidly. You can go on YouTube and then you will see me solidly, right? So that is very, very important. And then the how. This how is what consistency, what medium. Do you want to be doing video content? Do you want to be writing? There's a page I follow. The lady writes. She's a very, very good writer. I've never seen her face. I don't know why am I saying lady? Okay, the name sounds like a lady, like a name, because I've not seen her picture or name anywhere, but it's more like an anonymous page, right? And the person writes very interesting, solid things, right? So which model do you want to use, right? It's important to define it. Now, these are the big 5 when it comes to maximizing social media. You guys have been talking for too long. Are you still here? Why are you silent? Why are you silent? Thank you. Don't look for slides. I'm not going to give you my slides, but you guys should please pay attention. Pay attention, please. All right, I think Mary has something to win from me, but let's see. I really like active people because I myself I'm so active. So yeah, you are active, you win my heart. Very, very simple. So yes, Mary, I have a gift for you. I'll say it at the end of the class. All right. Amazing. So these are the big 5, right? Consistency, value, authenticity, engagement, visibility, in no particular order actually, but these are very, very important. When we say consistently, I'm not saying go and post 3 times every day when you cannot maintain it. No, I'm saying you should choose a regular routine that fits you, right? A regular routine that fits you. This is what affects a lot of people. They think, oh, because Kiki is posting every day, I have to post every day. Okay. Do you know that Kiki has outsourced everything about her posting to people? It's not like she's the one that will do everything. So don't go and copy somebody and go and burn out. Just choose a pattern, have a calendar, have a strategy, right? These are the things that I help people with. And I think your personal finance girl mentioned earlier, I have a book and it is very detailed with all of these things, right? So yeah, value. The reason people will follow you is because of the value you share. It's because of the value they see in you. It's because of how valuable you are, right? So even if you don't run ads, even if you don't, run a lot, just keep being valuable, keep being valuable, and you will see people relate to what you're doing, right? Authenticity. A lot of people try to be who they are not. They try to copy people. Now, even if you're going to copy people, have your own uniqueness and use it. And another thing about people, especially on LinkedIn, people like to lie. You've not achieved this, and then you are saying you have done this and that, right? Or just be authentic. You don't have to lie. Which one is you are? God, I'm even looking for that English. There's a reel that is trending about LinkedIn, where those the guy and the lady, I posted it recently. The guy and the lady were they were on a date, and then they were like LinkedIn people. So the lady asked the guy what was exactly gatesman and housemate. And I was like, oh more. But there are a lot of people like that. Honestly, they are head of pyramid. Oh God. Oh God. Like, but yes, there are lots of people like that. You know, you just use English to package nonsense. There was somebody that trended on LinkedIn 2 years ago. The person, you know, the profile so amazing, you know, very, very. And then a company came to drag this person. They hired you for a role, you claim you are perfect heart, and then suddenly you cannot do anything. It was so crazy. It was really, really crazy, right? They dragged that person, and it was really embarrassing, right? You don't have to lie. I've not gotten to this level. That's okay. There was a job I got. I don't know if you guys know Mighty Networks, if anybody has heard it before. Mighty Networks is a platform, right? And I was interviewed for a role as a community manager. Then that was like 2 or 3 years ago. And they asked if I can use Mighty Networks. Me, I will not lie, because the life I have is only one. I said, I'm skilled in community management. I've done it very well. I understand it. But this Mighty Networks, I've not used it before. But if you can give me 1 week, trust me, I'll find my feet around it. Right? And the person was like, oh, wow. I said, if you can, like if I have a week to understudy what the platform is about, it's data that will suffer for it now. And I got that job, you guys. I got that job. I have never used Mighty Networks. In fact, I have never heard about it before, right? But what did I do? Immediately after that interview like this, I took my phone and I went online. I started watching videos. By the time I watched about 20 videos, this brain was already filled with knowledge. And I said, okay. I went, I saw, okay, do they have a free demo? What do they call this? A free trial or something, free account. I created it and I started practicing, right? Imagine someone else has not heard about it before, right? And that's just it. But if I had said, why not? Short thing, I can do this. I'm a mighty person, you know, mighty. I serve a mighty God, you know. Oh my God, they would have shamed me, right? So that's just to let you guys know that you don't have to lie to who you are not. Same thing as social media, because people will come and then they can see it. My colleagues follow me online. So if I post something that is a lie, it's easy as them just dropping a comment. It's a lie, she cannot do this one. Do you guys understand? So please and please try to be very, very authentic. Be very, very authentic, right? Next thing is engagement. Reply. This is how you comment, you connect with people. Reply. Don't just post and leave it there for your village people to come and, you know, do all the other things. No, engage and then drop comment on other people's posts. This is how I've gotten a job before. I posted this reel on my platform, right? On Instagram. I got a job just by dropping a comment on somebody's page, right? And that's to let you know that don't just drop comments and drop fire. Good, amazing, great. No, now the person that made that post knows that it's great. Even if they don't know, it's not your own business. Drop something insightful that they will be tempted to go and check your page out. And you never can tell, opportunities can come from there. Because that was what happened in my own case. I just dropped a comment under that page, and you know, the person went to my page and she was like, what is community? She just entered my DM. What is community management? I have a community. I don't know if you are the person I need. And I just got on the call, and really that was like the person, and I did that work for like almost 2 years, right? I was managing that person's community, right? So it's just as simple as that. right? Drop insightful comments, and you to comment, what's it called? You can drop comments even on your own page as well. And don't just go and be dropping comments on Insta blog. Okay, let me not talk about that. Bye-bye. But like, you should drop comments on pages that are related to your field, like people that, okay, don't let me vex on this call. All right. Next thing I want to say is engage. We've talked about engagement, we've talked about authenticity, we've talked about value, right? And then visibility, right? Just ensure that you are putting in the appropriate hashtags in your posts, like things that relate to you. There was a job I got on LinkedIn in 2022 or so. This lady was in Denver, Colorado, right? And in fact, matter of fact, I've never traveled out of Nigeria, right? But that was how I got my first $300 job on LinkedIn. And what happened? This lady said she was searching for a business plan writer, and my name came up as the second. So it got me thinking, like, out of everybody on LinkedIn, over thousands and millions of people, my name is coming up second for business plan writing, right? And then I because I like to really know why, right? So I went to like check, like, why not someone else? Why me? You know, and all of those things. And I realized that it's because of keywords. If I made, like, at that period when I was really working as a business plan writer, I cannot write 10 paragraphs of a post and not have business plan writing in like almost every paragraph, almost, like, it will be there. And not just be there, I'll not list it everywhere. Not just that, but like keywords that surround to what people can search about it. Very, very important, because the algorithm will pick it. It's an SEO friendly strategy, right? It will pick it as, you know, this person is always talking about this all the time, all the time, all the time, if you get what I mean. All right, let's move it. Hope you guys are really enjoying it. Now, what's a content strategy, right? A content strategy, if you want to now start and you are thinking, oh, okay, how do I go about it? What do I do? Your content should revolve around these 3 E's. I call them the 3E rule. Your content should revolve around it. Educate people. Even if it is 1 plus 1, you know, teach somebody that 1 plus 1, right? They need that knowledge as well. Engage, right? Share your story. Let people know where you're coming from, where you are right now, and then where you are headed, right? Questions, values, share your opinion on things, you know, just share, right? And I'm not saying just jump on anything. Of course, it should align with your value, with your why, with your what. You guys remember? Okay, then expose. Now, this exposure is where you show results. You can see that as I've been talking since, I've been educating you guys, I've been engaging you, and I've been sharing my results, testimonials. This way, people can connect and understand that I think this person really knows their onion. Do you understand? That is how it works. It's not just, oh, I've come now, I've just talk. Oh, and you guys have just, I'm sure some of you, it's easy to just drop your phone and go and be cooking or go and be doing something. But if I'm sharing something that is very valuable to you, you guys cannot resist it. And then you will just be here. Do you understand? Another question is, why did you join this session? Is it not because you know that, oh, your personal finance girl will surely give you value? You understand? That's why you are in this community. That's why you are joining the session and using your data for Zoom, because Zoom consumes a lot of data, you know, right? But like, these are the things that your content should revolve around if you want to become a magnet for people, right? Such that you start attracting more people. So your post structure, have a hook, the body, and then the CTA, right? You know, start with something that interests people and they will not just scroll away. Do you understand? Now, what are practical tools and platforms that you know, you can put to use? We've talked about LinkedIn. These are different platforms that you can use for different things based off your goals, right? Very, very important. LinkedIn, if you are a career professional, please, if you have not already, go and have a LinkedIn presence. I beg you. If you're a career person, please just do. You might say, oh, but I've been there, I've not gotten any job. Put it there. This thing is a compounding effort. Put it there. The reason is because on the day when you now need that digital footprint and it is not found, you know, that's a loss, right? That's a loss. So it's best that you are there, you are prepared before the opportunities arise. right? Instagram, storytelling, visual brand. If you're a business person, Instagram, you should be there. You know, TikTok, you should be there. Depending on your business as well, LinkedIn is a good place for business owners. But it's so unfortunate that, you know, people have turned it to career thing, not business. But people come there that are business people and they actually make a lot of, you know, profits from there, right? There was this lady that was trending then, a snail, she rears snails, right? And she started posting on LinkedIn. You guys, she got a lot of, you know, what's it called? A lot of customers just by posting on LinkedIn. And you might be wondering, how can somebody that is, you know, snail post on LinkedIn? That's the only one that is not posting your business on LinkedIn. So please and please don't be at a disadvantage. Let me just put it that way, right? Okay. TikTok as well. TikTok, there's a way they say it, like you get followers fast on TikTok, right? Currently, my brother is on like almost 90K followers on TikTok, and I was like, but you know, it's so easy over there. So if your goal is to have a lot of followers, please go to TikTok, sharp, you get it fast, right? And then if your own is that you want to be dancing, go there, dance. They'll follow you quickly, you know. But I'm just kidding, right? TikTok is as well for business brands, for folks, like people are using it, people are maximizing it, right? My brother creates content on Christianity, you know, faith and all of those things, and he has almost 90K followers. He started this year, right? This year, yeah. So you should, do what works for you, right? I have a YouTube channel as well. And what I share there is, very long form content and interesting, especially stories about me, right? So you can find that there. So look at what your goals are. And then this is how you're going to know what platform works for you. Tools, there's Canva, there's Capcut, Notion, ChatGPT, and all of these things. Now, this will help you, and they will help make your work easier. And I'm not saying go to ChatGPT and just type something and copy and paste. Oh my God, please don't be part of those people, right? Be one of those that, use ChatGPT like a human, not like a robot. Please and please. Like I said, you don't have to master everything at once. Just start with one or two and you get better as you go. I've given you guys a lot of case study already, right? But these are just other examples, right? And I'm sharing this because it's important to give case study and context to whatever it is you are sharing, whichever way it is you are branding yourself. Share your story. This is very important because storytelling sells. People connect with your story. Recruiters, business owners, people will connect. Let your audience have an idea. Like I said, let them know where you're coming from. For example, my audience know that I wanted to study medicine, right? But eventually I studied food science. But now I'm not even doing both medicine, both food science, none of the above, right? My audience know I'm married. They know I have a daughter, right? I put them into what I'm doing. They know I have this speaking engagement today. Do you understand? They know I speak about this. I'm just giving you examples, right? They know, okay, these are some of the places that I have worked over time. And then they have an idea where I am headed, right? Do you understand? Because at the end of each one, I did a summary of what I achieved in each one and then what I want to do in H2, right? So people have an idea, my focus for H2 is this. So carry them along, share your story. This is how you connect with your audience, right? So yeah, like this is an example, a business, a friend of mine, not just even one, but like, of course, one of many, right? Recently, let me give another example. Recently, there's this lady. She said, she wants to start creating content on travel. She wants to be traveling. Now, you want to be a travel content creator. You don't have the money to travel yet. Why not just start with what you have, right? She has a business. And then she loves to share Christian content. Why not start here before you start traveling? And she's like, I want to travel. Okay. Maybe when you travel in your dream, you record it and then you go and post. Right. And guess what? She eventually, took the advice and started sharing her business stuff and everything. Now on TikTok, she's like getting orders a lot. Right. So start from where you are. You don't have to be everybody. Not everybody will be Pelumi Nubi, So same thing applies to career. right? I've shared a lot of my stories. I have like a lot of stories, a lot. And you all can also have very great stories. The more you take your brand seriously, right? Now, here is an action plan. I know we've already done the Google audits earlier, but you guys should look at the next 5 years from now. Now, this is 2025. In 2030, what do you want to be known for? Such that when people mention your name, what do you want to come to their mind? Right? I want you to write it down. This is a very solid question. Then Google what you are, like where you are at right now, like that thing we did at the beginning. Google it right now, right? Write it down as well, right? Write it against each other. And then in 2030, do a flip back to see, your results, if you have achieved it. Now, what you have written down for 2030 is what would help you to map out the daily steps you need to take right now. Right? It is very, very important. Break it down into bits so that you are able to do it, right? And then write one action plan, one thing that you want to do this week. Right now, I already mentioned earlier, if you're confused on how to get started, I have this book. And this is not just about making sales, like it is very far from it. But this is a guide for you, honestly. It's a guide, right? And I have like a 30-day content calendar that can help you instead of you thinking, what should I post? What should I not post? This is already like tailored to your own, like to everybody. Everybody can use it, right? Content pillars, brand tone, and more knowledge about what we have spoken about today, right? So all of that is there, and this is just the link to use that. So what are your key reminders? Please and please, opportunities will only look for you if you are visible, if you are valuable, and if you are consistent. That consistency is very, very important. Very, very important. Like I said, choose your primary platform. Choose your primary platform, then have a secondary one, right? I already shared my primary, my secondary, and all that. Have it, right? And choose to be visible, be known. Even if you are a Christian here, the Bible says that let your light so shine. So if you are not shining, it's not humility. It is you disobeying. I hope you guys get it. Like you are actually disobeying God's instruction if you are not shining your light. Because when you shine your light, right, what will happen? They will see your good works, all the things that you are doing, and then they will now glorify God that, the God that has helped this person, come and help me too. And then, the story is bringing more people to God. You understand? So please and please, your voice, your brand is your voice in a noisy world. Don't leave it to chance. Don't just let anybody define you in a way that you are not. Do you guys understand? All right, I think with that, I am done with my slides, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this session. So please feel free to reach out, feel free to connect, feel free to, ask your questions now. So let's see questions rolling out in the chat. Hi, your personal finance girl team. I am done here, and we can take questions if that's the next step.
Thank you so much. Yes, we're going to have to move to question and answer. So I absolutely enjoyed this session. If not that I know that there's a recording, I would have said, Ma, please can you give us your slides too? Because even me, I want it. I've picked out a number of things I'm going to be infusing, and don't worry, you will see it. You're going to see it like
Amazing.
I really enjoyed today's session. But please, if you enjoyed today's session, if you picked up anything, if you're going to be implementing anything, let me know. And Ma, please, can you help us with 2 questions that you're going to ask our audience, that those that were listening, so they can, maybe they'll be the ones to get the copy of your book. So please, I'd love to gift 2 people a copy of your book each. So if you have any questions for us, so that I can know people that are active, I can know people that are ready to be their personal brand, so that in 2030, all of us will come together in our roundtable again. And we're going to about that. Okay, this was our plan for 2025. We want to be visible, we want to be known, we want to give value, and at the end of the day, we're going to benefit because opportunities come to those that are visible. Whether if you know the work and they cannot see that you know the work, I'm sorry, there's nothing to do about that. And while we wait for questions. I don't know if you have one question or two, so we can pick out people that are going to get the book, your book.
Interesting. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I want to ask a question, right? And okay, I said I had a gift for Mary. Let me say it before I forget. Hi, Mary. Please send me a message on Instagram. I am going to give you a free 30 minutes clarity session, like a call. You can ask questions and then we can work with your brand, right? So yeah. All right. So please send me a message on Instagram and just let me know that it was from here. Don't just say hi. If you say hi, Otilo. Aha. All right. I want to ask a question, and I just feel this is a question someone might have. So you guys, let's do this. If you are an introvert, you don't like posting, you don't like recording content, you don't like to put yourself out there. How do you think an introvert can brand themselves and be visible for opportunities? Anybody?
People should start typing. If you don't want to type, you can raise your hand and we can listen to your voice. Mary Jane says,
so let me ask my question. Well, your responses, let me give you more context. Don't worry, this one is not the fastest finger. It is the most accurate response you get. So my question is, as an introvert, how can you be well positioned online for opportunities? Right? Not, I don't mean just posting, but like for opportunities, how can you be well positioned? What do you guys think? To build a brand, they should pay for ads. Don't let me blow you. Is it ads that will be your no, that doesn't work. You guys are just saying faceless brand. Yeah. Get a social media manager. I was start more by building your brand by posting small achievements, showing your work anonymously. How will you show your work anonymously? Explain, Afsa. How? I'm talking of branding here, like having a brand such that if somebody is interviewing you and they go online and search for you and they see your page, like I want to understand how that works. Anonymously. If you're anonymous, then you don't have a brand. Like you don't have a profitable brand. That doesn't work. Some people want to go and ask ChatGPT. Let's wait for them.
No.
I'm trying to get someone with an accurate. You need two people, right? Okay, let me see. Gabriel, how? You are asking me a question again. I'm asking question, you're asking question. How now? Get a social media manager to do what? To build your brand. I honestly don't understand. You guys can give context, please. I like context. I would say start small by building your brand by posting small achievements. Okay. Replying and being visible. Okay. Can build a portfolio with your work. Okay. And a real no strategic posting of your activities contribute to issues pertaining to your industry. All right, I think we have some, winners posting regularly. She introverts want to post regularly. My sister. Try as much as possible to show your work on face, little by little. I like that. Sounds like a motivation. By being a go-to person on the topic. Can start from WhatsApp status too. Nice one. All right. Can I just say the winners or we should hold on?
Okay, no, you can go ahead to state the winners who you think have answered well enough. But I'm also going to ask if anybody has a question. I do have a question I'm going to be asking, but then again, you can go ahead.
All right, interesting. I mean, everybody's response in some way is, pointing to it, except for some. But I'm going to answer that question, and I'm going to give like 4 to 5 steps. But there are two people that spoke like that gave some interesting responses, and it just caught my attention. One person is Oluwa Bukola, and she kept on explaining after explanation, right? It looks good. And I like that you had mentioned that the person can be sharing their little wins, from time to time. And then another interesting one is the great Abisola Alawode, or the real no strategic posting of your activities, contribute to issues pertaining to your industry, etc. So I like that. So let me just quickly help any introvert here. If you're an introvert and you want to build a personal brand, but you don't like posting, or you may not even be an introvert, but like you don't like posting, right? But you want to get opportunities, you also want to have a profitable brand, right? What you can do, someone said you can start from WhatsApp. Oh, it's even Bukola as well. That's also a good place to start, right? So what you can do, number one, it means that if you don't want to show yourself online, then you should try to be attending physical events where you can meet with people, share your stuff, network, share what what you're working on, what you have achieved, and all those things. Is gonna help you, right? Another thing you can do is have an optimized profile. You don't have to post every day, right? Just have it. They let it be optimized. Just let your profile be optimized, like so that when they go there, they can see something solid. For example, I have not posted on LinkedIn since the beginning of this month. But if you get to my profile, it is highly optimized. And fun fact, I got 2 opportunities from LinkedIn at the beginning of this month, and I have not posted. Right? So just make it optimized. That one is like very, very solid as an introvert or as someone that doesn't like, just have it, your LinkedIn, your Insta, any platform you have, let it be optimized so that when they go there in 1 minute, they have an idea who you are. Right? That's it. Another thing about introverts is even though you don't want to post every time, right? Give strategic times to giving updates. I call it a routinated update, right? Such that you may decide that, okay, at the end of every month, you will give an update of everything that has happened in the month, right? And it may just be a written content. That's what I intend doing for this month, because I've been really busy this month. I have not posted on LinkedIn, but I already have the content down that I'm posting at the end of this month. So this month is going to be a recap of everything that has happened this month. Do you understand? So you can do that. I know somebody that does quarterly updates. That person doesn't like posting at all. But every quarter, the person will give updates. This quarter, I achieved this, I did that, all those things. Very, very important. Yeah, that's what you can do as an introvert. Another thing as an introvert, if you are not posting, be engaging on posts of people that are in your industry or people you would like to get their attention, or places that the opportunities you're seeking are valuable. Like that's why that person's response caught my attention. Contribute to issues pertaining to the industry. You can give comments. You can just, posting about things like that, right? So that is very, very important. I hope that helps. Somebody has a question, someone else has a question. Personal branding is about who you are when people are talking about you if you're not in the room. And if you check most of these celebrities, they are introverts who take one step at a time. Don't flood your timeline with posts, and do what works for you online. Yes, I like this person. Awa started as an anonymous person, and she worked her way to our faces, from movie analysis to giving us content. Let me help you put it in brackets, giving us crazy content, because that lady is very crazy, right? But we love her like that, right? So yes, thank you so much for that, Joshua Matthews. I mean, had it been your response came in earlier now, you'd have just on my heart. But yeah, this is very solid as well. Thank you. Taking one step at a time is very, very important. All right. Somebody has a question, Mary.
Yeah, Mary, please, can you go ahead with your question? Do you want to type or do you want to speak? Okay, while we wait for Mary, I want to say thank you so, so much. Okay, so Mary, you can go ahead to unmute your mic. Let me see if you have permission to do that. Go ahead and unmute your mic so we can hear you.
Okay, good evening, Ma. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, Ma, for this session. Yes, so my question is it possible to build like two different personal brands? Let me give it a context. For instance, I am a content creator and I'm a content creator and video editor, and I know content like that works for Instagram, TikTok. But then on LinkedIn, I'm trying to build um my academic portfolio like as a genetics geneticist. So I'm asking, is it possible to like build like two different brands, and how can one balance it? Because I notice anytime I'm very active on Instagram, my activeness on LinkedIn drops. When I'm active on LinkedIn, my activeness on Instagram drops. Like, how can I like balance those two different aspects of myself?
Interesting. Thank you so much for that question. And your personal finance girl. Hi, hi. Does that sound like something that you can relate
Had a
with?
conversation about that. Yes.
Right. So you guys, Mary, I want to give you an assignment. Go and search on your personal finance girl. Go and look at her on LinkedIn and then look at her on Instagram. Right. So she's a marketing specialist, right? And then she is a finance instructor, right? But this amazing woman was only talking about your personal finance girl on Instagram a lot. Okay, let me not say only, but like a lot more on Instagram, and not really pushing her business on LinkedIn. So on LinkedIn, she will only talk about marketing. And it got me thinking when I would see her post on LinkedIn, like, is it another person? Is it still this person? And then I reached out and we had a conversation about it. Like, why are you confusing me and a lot of us? Like, why are you hiding this amazing brand on LinkedIn? I am now telling us marketing stuff. I beg. So what I want to tell you is have a strategy, right? And before you have a strategy, understand that you are one person. So whether you are the content creator, you are the nurse, you are the doctor, you are the what else does not align? You are the food scientist. You are still one person, right? We are all multidimensional, right? So how I would say is that you already said, okay, this is what you want to push out. This is what you want to push out. But do you know that there is a way you can marry both? That your audience will know that you do the both of them, right? So I remember one post that she made about your personal finance brand, right? And that post, I'm sure that anybody that doesn't really know would be like, oh wow, so this girl also does this. Do you understand? So that's the way it should be. Let me give you an example. Like I said, Lai is a lawyer. How did we know he's a lawyer? Because he carried us along with his academics, right? He's a skit maker. I think there was a post he made where he was saying that his brother is also tall like that. I've not met his brother before. I don't know if they've done the content before, but I already know that they are tall in their family. Do you understand? That clothes he uses is his grandpa's clothes, right? He told us about it. Now, I'm just giving you all of these different analogies so that you can know that you can appear to people in different form and you are not cracking your identity, right? So have a workable strategy that such that when you are posting about this, you are marrying this into it, right? That can work. So for example, people know me as community manager and they know me as personal branding strategist. None of the two is against each other in the heart of people, because some days I can choose to tell you mommy content. Oh, as a new mom, I'm having this headache today. Toddler is showing me shaggy, and tomorrow I can say, oh, I want to share how how this person bought my book and they got this result, and all of these things, right? It is perception. You are the one to tell people what to know about you, right? But yes, you can show that you are this and this together, but it is your strategy that will actually be solid. That's where it comes to. And then I think you talked about something that came to mind, that I wanted to say that you should have a posting schedule. That's also in your strategy, calendar, so that here you said When you post here, you are not posting here. When you post here, you are not active or something like that. Ensure that you have a content calendar, a content strategy. It will help you to be aligned, right? It will help you. If you ask me why I did not post this September on LinkedIn, it's because I did not have the time to sit down and do my calendar for the month, right? And I cannot just be posting on vibes. Does that mean I cannot post randomly on some days? Oh, yes, I can, but I don't like to do it. Do you understand? So have a strategy, have a calendar that you're going with. You know what you are posting, where and when, and you know how you're going about it. I hope that answers your question, Mary. So you can study your personal finance girl here. Check her LinkedIn now. There is a way she brings in the both of them. Her Instagram, if you like, you know that this is wholly one person that does these two different things. All right, you're welcome.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So you have used me as example, but okay, that's fine. Yeah, Mary, exactly what she has told you. You can do both of them. You can do as many things as you want to do. You just want to be very clear in your communication so that people are not wondering, where did you learn editing from when you're doing genetics? Where did you learn genetics from when you are doing editing? So it even makes you a wholesome person because it shows that you can do multiple things at the same time. I was going to ask just one more question because you pretty much answered every other thing I had in mind, because I know some of these people, they have questions in their head. However, the question is, I see a lot of people, you see business owners, they'll be fighting online, they'll be dragging people online, they'll be doing this, they'll be doing that. Is there a way that we can, and what would I say, stay away from such a thing? Like, how can we save ourselves from making such a reputational mistake whereby we know that at the end of the day, in another 5 years, another example is, you see, I heard that if you want to go to the US now, they'll tell you to open your social media to see what you have been posting, whether or not they'll give you visa. So is there a way we can be strategic, or we can ensure that we're not making silly mistakes that is going to cost us in the future? Because there's one thing to share. There's one thing to be wise about what we are sharing, right? I don't know if you can just give us 1 or 2 tips. I can't see Monye anymore. But yeah, Blessing, you said that's your question. Why did you not ask it? You now waited for me to ask before you say it's your question. That one is my own question. You go and look for your own question elsewhere. But I'm trying to be sure that Monye is here. Let me see. Internet must have logged her off. But yes, I'm sure she's going to be back to answer that question, because we've actually taken more time than we should. But I did not even notice because it was such an insightful. Oh, okay, Mary's question. I was going to say you go and look for your own question. As it was such an insightful session. Yes, you can show yourself as multiple things, because there are a lot of us. In fact, there are only a few people who do just one thing, especially if you're a Nigerian. There are only a few people that does only one thing. We can do a number of things, and you can actually show up as your authentic self doing most of these things. So yes, when he's back, I don't know if you got the question before the network interrupted. I was trying to ask that.
Yeah, I think I get. Okay.
Okay, so I was just trying to ask that, how can we be careful not to go and ruin our reputation and overshare or do things that are not right? Like, I was giving an example of how now there's a visa you want to get, let's say the US, they will tell you that you should have to open your social media to show us what you've been up to. How can we be careful not to put our reputation out as we are looking at building our personal brand?
Right. I love this question. And fun fact, I have a content for October that is speaking to this question you asked. And it's because it happened to me.
Let me see. Network wants us to run away. Okay, so let me see. So we lost our speaker for a bit again. I'm sure it's the internet that is tripping, but I'm very glad that this did not happen within the session. But yes, so Blessing, back to you, that says, okay, it's Mary's question that you had. I'm very happy to hear that. Okay. Okay. Does anybody else have any other question while we wait for her to come back? But the reason why this question is being asked is because while it is great to put a lot of things online, while it is great to have like a digital footprint, you want to be careful of what you're sharing and how you're sharing so that you're not looking back at 5 years, you're not looking back at 10 years in the future, and you're like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have shared this. Oh my gosh, I did not practice etiquette of being online at the right time, right? So this question is being asked because I see a lot of people just go online, business owners, you see them on blog pages saying what they shouldn't be saying, online, commenting where they shouldn't be commenting. Back. So I'm going to hand over.
I'm so sorry. I've
It's fine.
switched network now. It should be better. I'm so sorry. So I was saying that the first thing is that you should understand your personal values. If you are a personal, like if it's your own personal brand, have your values, understand your values, right? If you are a business brand, what are your business values? The reason is because when you don't have a value, when you don't stand for something, you can fall for anything. And sometimes these things are traps, right? Please let me know once you stop hearing me because I'm not even trusting this other network. Okay. So I was saying that you should have a value. So when I saw that hateful comments on my YouTube, I knew that it was two things that will either happen because I made this decision long ago that if I get to any point where I receive hateful comments, two things will happen. The first thing is either I ignore totally and I would, use that hide button. I will hide it because I need the engagement, right? It is you that know was annoying you that made you drop that. But I'm going to either ignore, secondly, or I delete it, right? But I'm not going to respond to any negativity. That is my own value, right? Because I don't want to be caught in a negative setting, if you get what I mean. So have your value, and that's why those core elements are important. What's your why? Why do you want to do this? Because of where I am going as a person, I know what I must not do. Do you understand? So this is very, very, very important. When I saw that comment, I left it there for the first 2 days. And then it was now on the second, it was the second or third day. One of my friends now responded to that person. I was like, oh God, you would have left her now, and the person's response again was not hateful, but it was schooling. The person just schooled her to say, oh, this and this and this, you should not say this. I don't think you should say this. Right? So that is very important. Now, it goes either ways, either you dropping it on other people's posts or other people dropping it on your post. Know know what you want to be attached to. This is very important, right? Like, what do you want to be known for? What do you want to be attached to? For example, Vicky James, she will pin those negative comments so that the whole world can come and see that this is the bad person that is saying such. Just assume that you go to a comment section and then you see your brother or your sister that has been pinned that way. It doesn't make sense, So I like that strategy, but I don't want to do it because I don't want when people come to my page, the first thing they are seeing is negativity. I don't want that energy. Do you understand? So whatever it is that is your own strategy or your own value or your own style, have that decision, make that decision so that you are not caught unaware. Because whether you like it or not, you will get bigger and bigger and bigger, and not everybody will like you. Not everybody. And some people, it's not that they like you or they don't, they are seeking attention. They are not loved at home, so they are just seeking that. And that was like what I saw about the person in my comment. Like, oh, this one just wants somebody that wastes their data responding. I don't have the time. Do you understand? So that's how I think you can do it, because this thing that you have just said made a lady lose her job, right? She had gotten to the final rounds of interview, everything, and they just checked online. Guess what? She had insulted the senior person in that company before on Twitter, right? And then they just said, oh no, and they made her know why she was rejected. They were like, oh, like the email carried it. That thing, the ladies' company that it happened was the one that shared it in a meeting. Like, you guys imagine what happened. They wrote it in the email there that you were rejected because on so day you put this comment about our, and that was it. I'm sure that person cannot do anything related to that company again, or anybody that has worked in that company that knew about that. So please guide your own this thing. Don't go and be commenting nonsense with your business brand or with your own personal brand. If you really like Wahala, go and create an anonymous page and use your Wahala to do your anonymous page. But when they drag you and they discover who you are, I'm not the one that gave you that advice. All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I've had such an amazing time today. Mary, please reach out to the community manager on how to get your gift. To everyone that is here, please can you give our speaker a round of applause? The fire emoji, the celebratory emoji, the thank you. Thank you so much for coming today, for pouring into us, because you have poured, you have watered, you have given us more than what we can ask for. And I'm super grateful.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Implementing personally. So I don't know about you people here, but me, I know that I'm going to be picking up a number of these things and I'm going to be using them for myself. And you're going to be seeing me. So just in case you're wondering, why did that strategy change? Why is she shining more than she used to? Is because our speaker has given me OT.
Right.
I'm super grateful. Thank you so much, Mrs. Moye. I really appreciate. I thank you for the gift. The team is going to be in touch with you. And to everyone who has won, please be in touch with our community manager. I'm super grateful. And this is around the end of today's session, so we can let you be and to enjoy your beautiful evening. And to everybody that is here,
right.
If you are not in the YPFG community, yes, thank you. You're welcome. If you're not in the YPFG community yet, you want to ask the community manager to get you the link. If you've been on the community, okay, yes, one quick hit check. If you have attended all 3 sessions, you have not missed one. If you have attended all 3 sessions, you have not missed one, then please go ahead and comment in the chat. I've been here the 3 weeks in a row. I want to know those people that have been here 3 weeks in a row, because this is how we know serious people. So that when we're sharing money next week, Saturday, I know the people that are going to be sharing money to. I know the people that have been active, Mary Jane, Bukola, Boluwatife. I know you people, the people that are going to come and meet me and say, give me all the money in your account. And I will say, yes, you have been active, you have been here, so I can give you all the money in my account, right? So to everyone that's attended 2 sessions, well done. Thank you so much. Thank you. I've been here. Who is this? Please, I don't know you. But then again, to everyone that has been active, to everyone that has been showing up, I want to say a big thank you. So if you came in late, the recording is currently streaming on YouTube. So after this session, you're going to find the recording on YouTube. So don't worry. Don't come and go and be dragging Toby online that community manager, where's the recording? The recording is on YouTube. And you can easily just go and catch up. I promise you, today's session is one for the books. Today's session is really good. You want to go and binge it. For, I think someone, I don't know if it was Blessing or somebody asked about the slides. If you go to the recording, I'm sure you're going to see all of the things that she has shared. So you may not be needing the slides since the recording is already readily available for you. And if you are yet to get yourself, what stock should I buy? You want to quickly run. I'm not saying you should walk. I said run. If it's possible for you to fly, go to nesttree.com/stock ebook to get yourself the copy of that book. And I'm super delighted and happy to announce that the School of Investing Bootcamp is back. We are back with the School of Investing Bootcamp. Guess what? Y'all, if you know that this year is the year you're going to become an investor, I'm for you. I am for you. I am with you. So if you're interested in learning how to start your investing journey, you can go ahead to get yourself a slot for the School of Investing Bootcamp. I'm going to announce how you can join the waitlist because registration has not started yet. But we're going to be having the School of Investing Bootcamp before the year runs out, just around October into November. We're going to be having the School of Investing Bootcamp. So you want to be there. Also, I want you to indulge me. I want you to go online, talk about what you've learned today, tag our speaker, Grow with Moyin. Our handle on Instagram is @Grow with Moyin, and tag your personal finance girl. I want to see those people that have gained one or two things from today's session or from the sessions that have been happening, because I want to tell you the truth. Without you, there would have been no YPFG community. Without you, we probably would not even be having the 3rd year anniversary. So for 3 years, we've poured into one another, commenting on each other's IG, commenting on WhatsApp. Those that read the emails, see what's happening over with all of the roundup that we do with the email. And I want to be sure, I want people that are in your circles to know that you are doing something different for yourself in this generation when it comes to your personal finance. You don't have to have it all figured out, but you have this community with you that is going to be growing with you. So if you have learned anything at any point in time, please go ahead, make a post about it on your stories, tag Moyin for today's session, tag any of the speakers from the previous sessions. Let them know that you are not just here spending your data like Moyin has told us. Moyin said we should not waste our data and not take any action. So you want to take this action, and I want to see you on the community. I want to see you on Instagram, talking about what you're taking away from today's session. And for those of us that just joined and those of us that joined in late, don't worry, you can watch the recording on YouTube, or you can actually, only on YouTube actually. Just go on YouTube, you're going to get the recording there. And I want to say a very big thank you to everyone who stayed to this time. The attendance was the same all through. It means that you got more than enough value. But before I let you go, let me know, did you get value from today's session? So I'm not assuming, I'm not putting words in your mouth. Did you get value from today's session? Yes, I did. Oh, Taiwo says they're not in the community. Community manager, look at your member, drag them now. So if you're not on the community, you can actually ask. The community manager is going to tell you how to join us. And I'm saying, yes, I did. What are you going to take away? Something specific, so much value. Yes, I did learn a lot of value. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. So, oh my word, I'm super grateful that you dropped that, and I'm very happy that we are on this journey together. And I'm going to be seeing you at the grand finale of this WealthUp Summit 2025, where we're going to be rounding up on our 3rd year community anniversary. Who is excited about that? Who is excited about that? Can you use your fire, your stickers? Thank you. Abukola is even giving us confetti. Yes, 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 yes. Oh my word. Thank you all for indulging me. I'm super happy, super grateful. It's been 3 weeks of back-to-back value, and next week we're going to be rounding it all up. And we're trying to ensure that we don't spend as much time so that we can do party, we can do music and whatnot online. But yes, you can actually get yourself a drink, and we're going to come to celebrate next week, Saturday. And at this junction, I want to say thank you so, so much for staying to this time, and I'm going to see you next week. Bye for now. See you on the other side of wealth.